Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into one of the most disturbing incidents that has recently shocked Mzansi, the case of Sbusiso Lawrence. Before we begin, I must warn you that this video discusses violent content. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. If you are sensitive to such topics, please consider not watching the video further. Sbusiso Lawrence from KZN was a teacher at Sbusiso Primary School in Stenga. His life seemed ordinary until the tragic event that unfolded. His ex-girlfriend Nontobeko Cele was a 25-year-old woman from the same area. Their relationship, according to family accounts, was marked by domestic violence with previous attempts by Lawrence to harm Nontobeko. After the story went viral, the media went crazy in terms of following the events that were unfolding and everything that was going on. And the news publication outlets, the media publication was crazy at the time. And it's something fresh. I mean, today, what's the date today? The 21st or, yeah, this is something that happened, I believe, around the 18th or the 17th, something that happened. It's quite recent. And one of the news articles written by IOL, it reads as follows. The story is written by Olile Mthembu, published on December 18, 2024. A man going by the name of Sbusiso Lawrence shocked the nation when he confessed to killing a woman and posting her dead body online. KZN subs said the man was later found hanging from a tree. And if you were to ask me, I'd say he became a coward. I'm sorry to speak like this after he has done whatever he has done, but a coward. How can you do something like this and then you take your own life? That shows from get-go he didn't want to stand and face whatever he was going through in his life. Continuing with the story that is written by IOL. His father had broken the family's silence and told Newsroom Africa that the family is heartbroken, disturbed, and struggled to sleep on Tuesday night. He revealed that when it came to the posting of the video and the late man's alleged horrific actions, he was in the dark, meaning mix, which is something now some discuss as imagine you're a parent and then you see the actions that your child has done, and when you didn't even know anything, and then the story goes wild and viral and everything, it draws people attention and everything. Ibuya izakuwe to your doorstep. How would you react as a parent seeing such a thing going on? And it would also be unfair for people to say he failed to raise his son in a proper manner, because no one predicts ukuthi abantwana baziphathe kanjani. No one tells them ukuthi babehave kanjani to some of the problems that they face in life. And we can only speculate because it's something that we saw online going viral and trending and whatnot. But at this current moment, there's nothing that we can do except to speculate and to say whatever we have to say. Reading further on the story that is published by IOL, he further stated that the 25-year-old married woman was in fact Lawrence's wife, as lobola had been paid, and he, the father, was part of the negotiations. So when they started fighting, he asked me and his mother to go speak to the wife's family. She ended up dumping him before our very eyes. After that, they had a lot of terrifying issues. So this is the father now continuing with relating what he had learned from the son while he was still alive, the things that the son was complaining about, telling him what he's going through such and such and such. He then opened up to us about what had been happening. He was a quiet person who kept a lot of things to himself. He told us everything, including that the child the woman had given birth to was not his. He told Newsroom Africa. He went on to say that he had been fond of his wife's son. Lawrence also reportedly revealed that he had kept things a secret because he was in love with the woman. He later confessed to killing. So when he told us of the shameful things she had done yesterday, it did not sit well with us. They got married without us knowing of their immense troubles. However, the in-laws knew all that she did. Reports indicate that the suspect fetched the woman who was his girlfriend from her home, and it is suspected that the two had domestic-related altercation which escalated to the murder, said KZN SAP spokesperson Colonel Robert Nechiwunda. I mean, there are a lot of people who are having issues in their relationships, and if we were to say the thing that has been done by Sbusiso is the correct thing that he did, then that would mean there are still a lot of couples that are still going to go through such a thing. Because whatever, if you had listened to the video, if you've had the opportunity to watch the video, the allegations or the things that the guy is complaining about, these grievances and everything, would reveal that he was going through. Let me not even go through what he was complaining about, but on his grievances, on the number of the grievances he had within his relationship with the partner that he was with, he mentioned some of the things that were sensitive, and there are so many couples that are going through the very same thing right now as we speak. And if we say what Sbusiso did is correct, then that would mean so many people are going to go through such a horrific incident. And because both parties are no more. And in such cases, you'll hear people say, and looking at how our country and our law is structured in terms of cases of this nature, you'll find that such cases favor a certain type of gender. I'm not going to specify whether males or females. The law favors a specific type of gender, because most of the cases you'll find that it's women who suffer from GBV the most. Not that men don't suffer from GBV. They do suffer from GBV, but as a man going to a police station, picture this. You are a man, you're going to a police station to report an incident. How do you think that thing is going to be received? Obviously, on that, right there, you'll find you're going to be a laughing stock, and your case is not going to be handled properly. And at the same time, you'll find that Uyela Payana affected by what you've been going through, and then all of a sudden you become a laughing stock. And that destroys you as a person. Not that it doesn't happen to women. Both cases alike, we go through the same thing. Cases of this nature are a double-edged sword. They cut both ways. They don't affect a certain type of gender, though a majority of people who suffer from such cases, it's women. But men also, they do go through such incidents. Now let's move on. On 17 December 2024, Sbusiso Lawrence allegedly picked up Nontobeko from her home, leading to an altercation that ended up in her murder. She was found with multiple stab wounds on a gravel road in Malangeni, Umzindo. After committing the crime, Lawrence recorded a chilling video confession where he detailed his grievances, including financial support he provided and allegations of her infidelity. An act not only horrified the public, but also amplified the tragedy. Following his confession, police launched a manhunt for Lawrence. Hours later, on December 18, his body was found hanging on a tree near the crime scene, suggesting suicide. This incident has left the community in grief and sparked intense discussion about domestic violence, the role of social media in such crimes, and the mental health crisis among perpetrators of such acts. The public's response was swift and severe. Social media was filled with posts condemning the act, supporting Nontobego's family, and urging for immediate action against gender-based violence. Advocacy groups like Women for Change have been vocal, pushing for not only justice but for also preventative measures. The sharing of such graphic content was also criticized, calling for stricter social media policies around violent crimes. Just on that aspect, social media, when it comes to such cases, I don't know what yenzeka kanjani into efana nalena, because across the social media platforms that I'm familiar with, on Facebook and Instagram, things of this nature, even though you may post them, they get flagged quickly, meaning that they get recognized quicker and an action would then follow afterwards, which is something that I can say happened in this case. I did go to page like Sbusiso to check those images and to check for those videos and everything, but I couldn't find them. So I believe at that point Facebook, they realized what had happened, and then they removed that post and those images. But images that were posted prior to the incident, they are still there and everything is still there. And if you look at platforms like Twitter, that means X, formerly now called X, if you look at that platform, you'll realize that you can post anything and nothing is going to be reported there unless someone individually reports your content, and then maybe it can be reviewed and stuff like that. On YouTube, here on this platform, then it's worse. You can't post such a thing unless you edit your material so well that it doesn't disturb the person who's viewing and watching your video. I don't know what kungayenziwa kanjani ukuthi incidents of this nature zingabi ngale ndlela ezenzeke ngayo on this case yaka Sbusiso Lawrence and the late Nontobeko, But going forward, I still see such things happening unless if the social media can implement a strategy of, like for instance in Facebook groups, where you post your content and then it gets reviewed, and then once they are satisfied with your content, and then they release it to the platform. If social media can treat content like that, maybe we can have half of the problems that we have online right now in such cases. But that's my opinion. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe it's not that it's a foolproof system that if social media can do such a thing, those things can stop, or this is just me thinking. This case highlights a grim reality in SA, where gender-based violence remains a critical issue. It underscores the need for better mental health support, particularly those showing signs of violent behavior, and the urgency to address the root cause of such tragedies. In remembering Nontobeko Cele, let's also commit to creating a society free from violence. If you're in a situation where you feel unsafe, there are resources available. This story should serve as a catalyst for change. Please like this video if you found it informative, share it to spread awareness, and subscribe for more content. Leave your thoughts or any personal experiences in the comments below, and let's strive towards a safer world together. Thank you for watching this video up to this far, and I'm signing out from me to you. Peace.